Oh, no, we can't hear her. Oh, well, there'd be that. They've Now we're working.
All right, live from New York, from the biggest show in legal technology, this is TECHNOCAT Live, and it is my immense honor to be here with one of kind of the legends of eDiscovery, Doug Austin. I mean, you write more than I do, and that says a lot.
I think I write more than everybody does, which means I'm either committed or I ought to be. I'm not sure which.
Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. We're in the room together at the biggest legal week I've been to possibly ever. I heard 7,000 people.
It's the biggest in several years for sure, and we're going well back beyond, but before the pandemic. It's definitely good to see too. I mean, it's really like it's back, like it hasn't been in a long time.
It is back, and I think there's an energy to it that I haven't really felt maybe since like De Silva Moore days, like way
Right.
back at the beginning of AI. Like everyone is very like keyed up and energized, and actually in the session.
Sure. Yeah, and the keynote this morning, LeVar Burton, what a great keynote speaker. He was tremendous. Standing room only.
Oh yeah.
Just I've already seen probably 100 old friends and colleagues. That's one of the great things about coming here is you always get to catch up with people that you know in the industry that you probably haven't, some of you haven't seen in person for 3 years or more since before the pandemic. So it's great to see people, catch up with people, meet new people.
Well, it's some sort of cross section between like spring break and a family reunion, but I like most of the people.
Right, exactly. That's true. Yeah, I like most of the people too. And I won't talk about the ones I don't. So, but no,
Well played.
yeah,
Well played.
no, yeah, it's really just good to kind of see the people that certain people that you have been talking with on Zoom for 3 years, and you finally meet them in person, and you don't realize how tall they're going to be.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, you're just
Exactly.
you never know. So it does give you that perspective that you can't get online.
Or perhaps a sparkly, because
Oh,
I'm not wearing this on
you're
my
not
daily
wearing that on
Zoom.
Zoom calls.
I mean,
I don't know why.
sometimes got to mix it up.
It's a very nice outfit, and you've coordinated it well. I have my dog socks to compete.
Well,
That's the best I can
I
do.
respect that. So you're always looking kind of with a journalistic eye about
Sure.
these trends and the things that are going on. You had that cool word cloud
Right.
right before the show. So what are people talking about? What are they hyped about? What are you seeing?
Obviously, so you mentioned the word cloud. I do that every year where I take the agenda, I throw out some of the more common words you would expect, like session and legal and technology that you expect to see a lot. And data, of course. So sometimes I leave out data, but data was the top word. But
Shocker.
right behind that was AI with 72 hits, and artificial intelligence, I think, had another 6. Plus, there was generative, chat and so forth. So clearly, a lot more AI influence in this show than I've ever seen before.
100%.
That's certainly one of the things. Um, Obviously, a lot of focus from an eDiscovery perspective in still things like the collaboration apps and discovery of the different data sources, and that just continues to be an evolving challenge as we continue to have different data sources that become prominent in how we conduct business. So that's certainly another thing I've seen. Certainly, I took note of the fact that you all acquired Legal yesterday,
We
which
did.
is one of my partners, and they have a great product, and just really very impressive. So congratulations to you all for that.
And they're good people. Like
They're
it's,
really
it's
good
great
people.
tech. It kind of extends their automation, but also they're good.
Yeah,
good humans.
they really do. They've got a great team. Really enjoy working with them. I know you all will as well. Maybe this makes us kind of partners now. I don't know.
I mean, it's 1 degree of separation.
There we
now.
go. Yes.
Although I think we're first connections on LinkedIn, so there was no
Right.
separation.
No, exactly. But, I think I saw more announcements in the past couple of days
Yes.
than I've typically seen. It just seems like there's much more of an energy this year.
The show floor felt busier too. The exhibit
the
hall.
floor, yeah, the floor. I haven't seen the floor that busy in years. So it's great for all the exhibitors that I feel like they're probably thinking, hey, we're glad we came to exhibit because we've had some shows where it's been kind of dwindling, and obviously then there was the pandemic, and so this year it's really been a bit of a comeback.
Oh, I love that. So, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week? Because believe it or not, we're only less than a third, or right at a third of the way through.
Oh, I know. Well, so I think there's literally a million happy hours and cocktail receptions today or tonight. So you guys were wise to do yours last night. So
I
I think
have to go first, biggest and sparkliest. It's
oh
sort
yes,
of on
there
theme.
you go, there you go. And so I think I'm committed to like four of them, partner type things and so forth. So that's obviously a nice thing to do, from that standpoint. Anytime I'm at Legal Week, I'm trying to balance covering the conference as press, as a journalist, with the typical 10 to few sessions, go to some meetings, things like that, and then you try to balance it all. And of course, before you know it, your schedule's jam-packed. So nothing different there this year, but really looking forward to the judges panel tomorrow is always a good one. I'm glad they moved it up today because last year was on the last day when a lot of people were leaving. So I think that's always a good one. That's always a highlight for me.
Well, it's going to be four great judges. It's going to be Judge Xavier, Judge Peck, Judge Claxton, and Willie. I don't remember his last name. Oh, I'm the worst. But it's all great.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I like the format that they did where they did it last year where they argue the different sides. I think they're going to do that again if I saw correctly. So, yeah, that's always one of the things. That's always a must-see for me. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to hit a couple other sessions to try to get a sense of things. And then really just try to talk to people. One of the things I do every year toward the end of the conference is I reach out to people I talk to. So I'll reach out to you and I'll say, give me your observations. So I'll be probably like early next week publishing observations from some people at the show, and then I'll do my wrap up as well.
Well, and for folks that want to see that, can you give them the exact website address?
I can. So it's eDiscovery Today, all one word, no dashes. So eDiscovery Today is a daily blog about eDiscovery, cyber, data privacy, InfoGov, AI, and so I cover trends, best practices, case law, the whole 9 yards, and certainly would encourage you to check it out. Also, I have several reports and white papers that I've done that are free if you're an email subscriber. So if you want to consider subscribing, that's something that all our subscribers get for free.
And you can also follow Doug on LinkedIn, Doug Austin. He will hyperlink a lot of the articles and a lot of the resources there all the time.
I share everything there, so you can certainly catch it there as well. So one way or another, you can't escape me.
He might be one of the people that posts as much as me. So
right.
So like I said, this is a sprint and not a marathon. We are at the end point. So before anyone goes, what is your mic drop moment? What is the one thing someone maybe meeting you for the first time, listening on the first time, or just hearing this conversation? What do you want them to take away from this?
Well, so one of the things from the keynote this morning, obviously LeVar Burton was great. When Gina Passarella asked him about success, and I'll try to get the quote, hopefully is reasonably accurate, but she said, how do you define success? And he said, it's doing what you want, when you want, where you want, with the people you want, for as long as you want. And I thought that was a really good answer to an interesting question that you could see people answering in a lot of other different ways. But I really like that answer. So in terms of the best thing I've heard so far, that's probably been it.
I love that. Well, here's to, I think, you and I being successful by that measure.
Indeed. Yes, that definitely am enjoying what I do. I know you enjoy and are passionate about what you do as well. And we feel very lucky.
Well, I love that. I don't think I can top that ever. So thank you again for joining me. Once again, this was TECHNOCAT Live from the busy show floor of Legal Week. If you're watching this on the stream at home, please click on Doug Austin's name. And if you're not following him, click the follow because he has a lot of great content. And Mic drop. We are out. Thank you so much.